Jamal, Darko's been using you in crunch time the past 2 games, having a 2-point guard set with IQ. What's it like balancing that with him?
It's pretty easy. I think instead of focusing on just being point guards, I think we just focus on being basketball players. You know, we both try to make the right pass. We both try to just make the right play. Whether that's him shooting it, whether that's making an extra pass, I think we're just unselfish enough to know what the right play is.
And more broadly, what's this 8-game winning streak been like for you? Obviously, it's your second year in the league, but you're an instrumental part of this win streak.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I think, we're turning around from last year. We saw the potential last year, and it's really cool to see it kind of sprout. I think everybody's been tremendous. I think all 13 guys that play all come in and contribute. I think Coach said it best. We had a really big spark in JB the very first time we played at Cleveland, and we've been pretty good since then. So I think it's about all of us, and everybody's contributing in a really major way.
Darko was saying the thing that is maybe further along at this point in the season than he would have expected is actually the chemistry. I assume he was talking about on the court, but I mean you can see it off the court as well. Where do you think that is coming from? Is it the amount of time that you guys spent together over the summer? Is it like some of the ups and downs that you went through together last season, or something else that kind of stands out?
I think a little bit of everything of that. I think that we still were a together team at the end of last year, even though losing, even though being hurt. We were all positive, and it kind of led over to this year. And then you got a lot of unselfish guys, a bunch of guys that want to win. I think Scotty could go out there and try to stat pad. RJ could go out there and try to stat pad, get their numbers, but it's about winning, and I think everybody understands that.
When Brandon gets it going like that, A, how fun is it just to watch him work, and B, is there a danger in just watching him work, and what do you have to make sure you're still doing?
I think there is no danger. I think just watching him work, being ready to go play defense on the other side. I think when he gets going like that, he's proven it time and time again, not just this year, but over his whole career that, once he gets going, give him the ball, he's not going to just shoot it every time. He'll make the right play. But tonight, they didn't go double. We didn't have to go and play out of a swing situation. He just got to score the ball. So I think that was really cool that, he had to have a night like this.
Have you seen anybody that weaponizes the pump fake in the way that Brandon does?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of good people that have done that in the league. I think the best thing about him is that he weaponizes it to try to actually just get a basket and not just try to get a foul or anything. He's trying to score the ball, or he's trying to create a mismatch in some type of way.
Jamal, you guys are, as a group, pretty new to winning at this volume, I guess. How are you kind of not getting swept up in it?
Same way we didn't get swept up in the losing last year. I think, we just stay one game at a time, stay positive with each other, and, keep the message the same. It's about winning. It's about playing hard. It's about doing all the right things to try to put us in position to win.
Jamal, you guys have
I'm going to make this the last one, Vivek, so can we go?
You guys have been closing games strong tonight in particular. Like second quarter, you go on a 15-4 run. Third quarter, 15-7. Fourth, close strong. Who's leading those conversations at the end of the quarters to make sure you guys finish it out?
Well, I think it's a kind of group effort. I mean, I'll come to the bench, I'll say a couple things. Quick will say a couple things. Yacht, B.I., Scotty, RJ. Whoever has an idea, we're not afraid to voice it. I think that's the best thing about us is everybody's here to listen, everybody here to win, everybody's here to help.
How did you know it was going to be your night? What kind of cued you that you were going to have to carry a pretty good load?
Two things. I knew there was a possibility RJ wouldn't be in the lineup tonight, and I knew but collectively we was going to all have to step up a little bit with his scoring and how effective he is on the defensive end. And the other thing is I didn't do much of nothing last night, so it was a fitting time to do something tonight.
You've been talking about how you still don't feel at 100%, but you're getting there slowly but surely. Was tonight one of those nights where you're like, I'm finally starting to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. Shots went in. I think the biggest thing is timing and seeing space on the floor, seeing where the open pass is, not being so slow to make the open pass, and on the defensive side, just seeing things a little bit earlier. So I think it's just getting my timing together.
Your pump fake, especially recently, has been especially effective. I mean, Jamal was just in here saying that you're the type of guy that you're not using it necessarily to draw fouls, you're using it to score. Is there like an influence, somebody as you were growing up, learning the game, that you kind of picked that up from?
Kobe. I don't pump fake 4 times like he did, but you know, I know when an aggressive defender is guarding me and using his hands and just trying to be antsy, and I just kind of know when to use it.
Darko was in here making sure to point out that in addition to your scoring, you played a big role defensively with rebounding and just your length at the rim. How meaningful is it to know that, like, not only are you helping this team win, but you're also fitting in with what they want to do?
Well, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, looking at them last year, seeing how hard they worked on the defensive end. I wanted to fit right in and make sure that my defensive pressure was the same, that I was bringing my ability to the game too, and that's rebounding the basketball, being able to see stuff off the ball and continue to work on my own ball defense. So I knew it was going to be something that would make me better, and I just wanted to be a part of it.
I believe Jamal is second in the league in assist to turnover. He had another 7 assists, 1 turnover today. As a point guard, obviously, he's got the ball in his hands a lot. He's making a lot of decisions with the ball. What is it about him and his game that allows him to be such an efficient playmaker?
He's just, you know, he's pretty mature at his age. Man, I've had a chance to see him at Houston a little bit, and seeing how he played. I know he was the best player on the floor most of the time when he played in Houston, and he has a high IQ, and he knows how to control the game. He knows who to get the basketball to, who's hot on the basketball floor, what guys are doing in defensive rotations. He's able to make the right pass, so he's continuing to get better. You see him even pulling some 3-pointers this year that he wouldn't do last year. So he's continuing to learn the game and applying it when we need it.
Brandon, the last 2 games with 2 point guards on the floor, like Jamal and Emmanuel, how does that change what you guys are able to do on offense and the spots that you're able to get into?
It spreads the floor a little bit more, you know, especially for Quickly. He's able to be at his normal position, scoring the basketball, getting into the lane, still seeing passes, but he's able to, you know, be more of a scorer than facilitator when Jamal is out there. And I think it's, you know, it's a good thing to have when you have 2 point guards on the floor that can see different things on the floor that everybody else can't see. It makes the game easier.
When you were traded here, you were very vocal about the fact that you wanted to be here, and obviously you extended and all that. Now, a month into the season, what has been kind of a highlight or a favorite part about playing for this team?
I guess Darko coming in the locker room yelling. You know, but that's just not one day, it's every day. You know, he brings the energy every single day. He's the leader of our team. He makes sure that we bring it to practice, to games, to shoot-arounds. He makes sure that we have it every single time we step on the basketball floor. So, you know, that's for me, the best part about being here is just our coach is present every single day.
Brandon, obviously, you know, to take on the scoring volume that you did tonight takes a lot, and also give good effort defensively. How are you feeling from a conditioning standpoint, especially at the end of games?
I felt good tonight. I just threw myself out there and just was in the flow of the game. You know, I didn't feel myself getting tired, and I just kept shooting. I kept doing what the defense was giving me, and I felt good. I wasn't tired tonight.
What are you learning about Yak as a teammate that maybe you didn't know playing against him in the West over the years?
Pretty much nothing different. You know, me and Yak came in the league together. We got drafted together, and I've been able to watch him over the course of his career. And I liked how he set screens. I knew he had soft touch around the rim. I knew he rim ran. I knew he offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and I knew he had a high IQ. So I knew that he was a reason that I was excited to come play here, because I knew he was going to make the game a little bit easier for me, and I knew he was going to do dirty work.
Brandon, do you remember the last time you took 30 shots in a game?
Nah, I was actually just looking at this and said, damn, I took 30 shots tonight. But I didn't feel it. It was 50%. And, whatever the team needs on a nightly basis, I'm willing to do it.
You remember the last time you scored that many points in a game?
Honestly, I don't even...
I'll give you a clue about your opponent.
It was the Toronto Raptors?
Yes. 41.
Do you remember the last time you were on a team that won 12 out of 13 games?
Kinston High School?
How are you guys kind of enjoying the streak, or maybe not enjoying it, just kind of enjoying the process, as they say?
I think it's more enjoying the process. I don't think one person in the locker room has talked about the streak. And I don't think Darko will let that creep into our locker room. We take it by the day. We know every day is an opportunity to get better, and we just worry about the next opponent. So, of course, it's a good feeling, but we know we got work to continue to do so we can reach our goal.
Darko was just mentioning that the chemistry is ahead of schedule for this group. What do you think it is that has allowed you guys to really figure things out with this group?
Everybody's bought in. I think everybody is on the team is selfless, and we just want to win. And whatever it takes, I think everybody is bought into doing that. Nobody has the ego on the floor, off the floor, and we're able to communicate in real time and talk about the game.
On a night when the offense was a little bit tough to come by in some spots, to be able to go to Brandon and get a performance like that.
Brendan did a great job tonight. He was obviously hot. We did a good job of finding him. He did a great job of getting to his spots and then getting good looks for us. But I also told the team, I thought that Brendan also did a great job defensively as well. I thought that he rebounded the ball well. He was in right spots, getting deflections. He's doing it on both ways of the floor, and he's really helping us to get wins.
What did you think of the job that Jacoby and the rest of the guys did defensively on Mitchell?
Well, the fourth quarter, Donovan Mitchell started with only 7 points, ended up with 17. That type of a player, that magnitude of a player, it's really hard to contain him. I think as a team we did a really good job. It was Jacoby, it was Jamal, it was Ocha, it was multiple players there. I also thought that we did a really good job on Mobley. Scotty did a really good job against him, and in the fourth quarter when it was when the game was on the line, Scotty just turns into this monster that he gets all the stops and deflections and rebounds and points, and he did outstanding job there for us.
Obviously, when Brandon gets going, the temptation is to keep on feeding him. How do you think your guys did of doing that while not getting totally away from the movement that you guys preach?
I mean, he's a player that, especially when he gets going, we as a team recognize that. We need that, and it's good for us. At the same time, we gotta stay inside our principles, so quick decisions and playing with the ball movement, finding him through that style of play as well. I thought tonight it was kind of like pretty balanced out. He did get 3 shots there, but those were good shots for us.
Second night in a row that you closed with both IQ and Jamal on the floor. I mean, those two have played really well together in their minutes, but is part of it too just finding more minutes to get Jamal out there based on how well he's playing?
I mean, Jamal is affecting winning. He does a great job, not just playing offense or defense, but also communicating on the floor, keeping the group together, setting us up there. I thought that he did really good job. It's not really the points that he's scoring, it's all other stuff that he does for us that are very important.
You guys also went on a 13-4 run at the end of the first half when Jamal and Emmanuel first shared the floor, and it really felt like the momentum of the game swung a little bit there. What does it do for you to have 2 players on the floor that are used to a point guard's responsibilities, the ball handling, the passing that comes with that, as far as adding a bit of pace to the game in moments where maybe there's a lull like that?
I think it's very important. I think both of them, they do a really good job also keeping us running in transition and finding those outlet passes, gets us organized. Obviously, both of them are really good three-point shooters as well, so that's creating extra space for us.
Is there anyone leading those conversations at the end of quarters? Like second quarter is 15-4, at end of the third quarter is 15-7, fourth quarter again you close strong. Is there anyone on the team like leading those conversations to make sure you guys are locked in those end of quarter situations?
No, but we can get you to talk to the team about that.
You guys out-rebounded tonight by 23 rebounds, and you mentioned how important Brandon is to the rebounding scheme. Scotty, how big is it that you have these two wings who can kind of grab and go in transition?
It's huge for us. Scotty, Brendan rebounding the ball, looking for outlet passes, finding each other in transition is very important. But I mean, the stat line from Yak tonight is not the one that you're gonna say that it's amazing, but it's amazing what he does for us and how many winning plays he just makes over the course of the game. And I don't want that to be unnoticed. By the way, this win tonight, we want to dedicate this to RJ, who was not with us tonight.
You guys have lost one game in a month. Do you let your players enjoy it? Do you kind of sort of, is this just purely on to the next? Like, how are you going to function when things are going this well?
There's nothing to enjoy. We win the game. There is the next game coming very, very quickly our way. It's good for confidence. It's good for us to continue learning through those experiences to figure out our chemistry. When you lose RJ Barrett from a game like it is tonight, like everybody else, get a step in different roles and different sub patterns, trying to figure out all of that. There is always work to do, so we're just like we enjoy each other, we enjoy the journey, and that's the most important thing. And thank God we are getting wins as well.
Is there one aspect of the way the team's playing that is even a little ahead of maybe where you thought they would be? I know you're not satisfied yet, but is there one aspect that you're like, okay, they're actually a little ahead of where I thought they would be a month into the year?
I think for this early in the season, I think that we're really ahead of a schedule with the chemistry and how well they're communicating. Figuring out like in the middle of the game what we need to do, how we need to adjust, being honest with each other. I think that's a little bit ahead of a schedule.
What do you attribute that to? Is that the amount of time that they spent together in the summer? Is that going through some of the stuff that they went through together last season?
I think most important thing is the character of the people that we have. Every single person in our locker room wants to win the game, and they're extremely competitive. They're team-oriented guys, and they're accepting each other. I think that when you have acceptance, that's a big reason when you can be yourself, that you knowing that your team is accepting you for who you are. And we love all of our players. We love what they bring to the team, and they're supporting each other and cheering for each other, which is a big part why they're successful on the court.